The warning wasn't in the description. It wasn't in the title. It wasn't in the thumbnail. It wasn't buried in the tags or hinted at in the comments. It was inside the audio file itself. I didn't hear it the first time. And that's the part I keep replaying in my head. Not the sound, not the words, the fact that I missed it. I listen to horror stories to sleep. Not because they relax me, but because silence makes my thoughts too loud. Silence never stays quiet for long. It stretches, it waits, and then it fills itself with things I didn't invite. Old memories, half-formed fears, questions with no answers. A voice keeps my mind occupied, even a disturbing one, especially a disturbing one. That night, I chose a video at random. No dramatic title, no warning in capital letters, no comment screaming, "Don't listen at night." Just another long narration uploaded by a channel I didn't recognize. Dark screen, low voice, slow pacing. Perfect. I placed my phone face down on the mattress and closed my eyes. The room felt normal, familiar. Fan humming softly, curtains barely moving. The distant sound of traffic leaking through the walls like static. The narration began calmly, measured, confident. A voice that understood silence, that knew when to stop speaking and when to continue. About 6 minutes in, something felt off. Not scary, not intense, unbalanced. Like the narration was leaning forward slightly, as if it was trying to stay ahead of something following it. The pauses were longer than they should have been. Not dramatic, not intentional, just empty. The breathing between sentences didn't match the narrator's tone. Too close, too aware, like someone else was standing just behind the microphone. I told myself it was intentional, a stylistic choice, atmosphere. That's what horror narrations do. Then I paused the video. The room didn't react, but my body did. A sudden pressure bloomed behind my ears. Not pain, pressure. Like air being pulled inward instead of pushed out. My jaw tightened. My shoulders locked. My chest felt hollow. I didn't think. I reacted. I unpaused it immediately. The pressure vanished. Instantly. No fading. No easing. Gone. That's when I rewound. Not to the beginning, not to analyze, just 10 seconds back. And I heard something I swear wasn't there before. Under the narration, barely audible, a dragging sound, slow, controlled, not random, not accidental. I checked the comments the next morning. Most people said it helped them sleep. Some said it was calming. A few mentioned discomfort, but nothing specific. One comment stood out. Did anyone else feel weird when they paused it? No replies. That night, I listened again. Headphones this time, lights off. I told myself I was being paranoid, curiosity dressed up as caution. I promised myself I wouldn't pause it. At exactly 12 minutes, the narration stopped mid-sentence. Not a pause, a cut. Silence flooded my ears. And beneath it, the dragging sound grew clearer, closer. Not moving through space, moving through attention. My finger hovered over the pause button. The sound intensified, as if it could feel my intention. The moment my finger touched the screen, the narration resumed. I didn't sleep. The next day, I downloaded the audio file. I opened it in an editor. The waveform looked normal, balanced, clean. Except for one thing. During the silences, the intentional pauses, there was data. Low frequency, compressed, hidden. I isolated it, boosted it, slowed it down. My stomach turned cold, because underneath the narration was another track. Someone else, breathing, waiting. The breathing didn't match the narrator. It wasn't synced. It reacted. When the narration paused, the breathing leaned forward. When it resumed, the breathing pulled back. I tried to stop the audio. The player froze. The breathing continued, closer now, inside my ears, behind my eyes. That's when my room changed. The mattress shifted, just slightly. Audio whispered then. Not the narrator, the other one. It said, "Don't pause me." I don't know how long I stayed frozen, but when the audio ended, the pressure lifted. The room returned to normal. The bed was empty. I deleted the file. I unsubscribed. I stopped listening to horror stories entirely. No more late-night narrations. No more voices filling the dark. No more background sound to drown my thoughts. I thought silence would be safer. At first, it almost was. The nights felt empty again. Wide. Still. I lay there with my eyes closed, listening to nothing but my own breathing. The familiar rhythm. In. Out. I told myself it was over. That whatever it was lived in the audio, in the file, in the pauses. But here's the problem. Every night since then, right at the moment when my thoughts begin to loosen, when my body sinks into the mattress, when sleep starts pulling me under, I hear it again. Not a sound. Not exactly. There's nothing I can point to. Nothing I can record. Nothing I can prove is there. Just that slow, dragging movement inside the silence. Not around me. Not in the room. Inside the quiet itself. It doesn't rush. It doesn't announce itself. It waits. It waits for my attention to slip. For my mind to stop watching. For me to assume I'm alone again. And when I notice it, dark. And your finger is hovering near the pause button. Don't pause it, because silence is where it moves best. And it moves faster when you do.